Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Cranky Pundit podcast. I'm your host, Mike Morgan, the Cranky Pundit. I'm with my boy, Psychic Dan. We've switched seats. It's upside down land this week. I don't know, do I like it?
Oh, it feels weird, kid.
My neck is hurting. No, I'm usually, do you know, that's my good side.
That's my best side, yeah.
That is my good blue steel. It's like 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
3 out of 10.
Yeah.
I put my beer this side at the bar. Do you know what I mean? I was like, hey, do you want to buy a drink? And then she woke up next to me the next day this side. Then she was like, you know.
Who's this mean?
Exactly. I wish boys had makeup. Like to an
Would you wear it?
To an extent where an ugly old doll. Right, look, I'm not like, you know, ugly. Look, not the best looking woman.
Yeah.
Can look slightly attractive with makeup. Where if you're a boy, yeah, you can dress up nice, you can try work out or whatever, like, but if you, like, you're ugly. Like.
I seen Michelle showed me this thing there in the last week or so, and it was about how insane filters are gone. So I don't be taking many selfies, no, and I don't have many of these.
I'd say, no, you're all selfies. You
go
on.
on. Go on, stop it. And they were shown, and it was this clip of loads of different people in the filters, and then they pull back from the filter and what they really look like. And sure, the filter was giving them perfect teeth and these rosy cheeks and the hair and the eyes, and then they pull back and it's like, whoa,
the state of them, like.
Yeah, boy, it's amazing, boy. So no one even knows what anyone looks like anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like, you'll be looking at someone's online there. Is that them though?
Yeah.
Is that them though?
Do you know, and they can talk so openly about it. Like a girl can go, do you know what, you should heighten and then insert your worst feature, let's say.
Right.
Do you know, like my sister there before, she said to me, she goes, what do you think my worst feature is, like that, or something on my face? It's like, that's deep
pressure.
That's pressure straight away.
Pressure,
and I don't know, did I say anything? I was like, sure, do I have a bad feature? He goes, yeah, you could have way higher cheekbones. No, right? And then I just thought, I never even noticed my cheekbone. Do people have higher cheekbones and stuff like that? Like, but now I'm just paranoid over my cheekbones. You know, when someone slags your eyebrows inside town, like, and you're just like, fuck, my eyebrows are fucked up, are they?
Yeah.
Never been confident about my cheekbones ever since, but they can use Blossom or whatever, kid. I don't know what they have.
Gloss, I don't know if they're using gloss.
Glass, lip gloss in the cheek, I don't know. But they'd be using stuff fancy. I think there should be stuff out there for guys to jazz it up a bit, like.
To help you heighten your cheekbones.
Not my cheekbones, but just make them better looking, I suppose.
But there's definitely, like, do you know, you'd see the ad fella with guy liner. Do you know what I mean?
What's that?
Like eyeliner for guys, like.
Would you see him?
Maybe not in real life, but on TV and stuff.
Right. So that's the thing. I think Jess listens to the podcast that's Vogue Williams and her boyfriend or her husband Spencer, and he has male tan or a brand of tan that's for men. Do you know what I mean? Fake tan, like.
Jesus, why not just head out in the sun, boy?
Yeah, he's rich enough, like, and he's tanned already, like. Do you know what I mean? Do you know, I don't know. But then guys, they'd slag each other for it. Can you imagine going down to the pub and your friend Kevin and he caked the makeup over in the corner looking
duck face.
Looking
like.
perfect, like.
Yeah.
So a glass of Heineken.
Yeah.
Alright, Kev.
Gorgeous
Kev, they'll call him. That's what they call him. Gorgeous Kev. You'll just get a slagging for it, so it's no good. But
I get it though. We definitely could do with a bit more, couldn't we?
Yeah. Has there anyone ever with the filters as well? I totally get it. Like, even for Joe, I think in France now they've made it a law that you have to have your filter show up on the bottom screen. Like, so it shows the filter that you've used. If it's no filter, it won't show it. But if it'll show up at the bottom what filter you've used. So there's no more catfishing per se. I have a headshot there actually that I use for comedy, and I feel like I'm catfishing people. I feel like I was in the prime of my life. Like before the pandemic, about 26. It's a lovely headshot, like, and I feel the guy you're coming to see ain't that guy anymore, like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you know, it's
you're gone a bit withered.
Not as you know what I mean. Does
life in your eyes?
Yeah, it's like he's
life's after wearing you down a bit since that shot.
Oh, lad, I was ready to take the world by the balls, but not anymore, like, you know. But I still use that, so I need to change it. But listen, there's loads of happening in the world of football. Frank Lampard got his job back, or am I reading fake news?
Yeah, boy, that was a massive surprise.
Do you know what? When I seen him in the crowd the other night at the Liverpool game, I was like, I should bet on that, but I don't bet. But
go away.
Yeah, I was thinking that's going to happen there now. Why is he at the game?
Yeah, maybe he follows him. But yeah, I know. Like, the only thing is though, like the first time that he went, I did actually kind of have a bit of sympathy because he did have a whole new team, and the year before that, he got a load of young fellas into the top 4. And then Tuchel came in and won the Champions League in like 4 games. But Lampard had got them to like the last
like
16 or
it
whatever.
would actually be typical Chelsea to go win the Champions
Oh,
League. Now.
yeah.
You can bet
Yeah,
your bottom
yeah.
dollar now. Like, and Frank would deserve it after that season.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
100%. I'd love to sit down now and have an honest chat with Graham Potter and be like, dude, Brighton are going to make Europe. You'd have had the greatest story. They'd have had statues of you outside the stadium. Was it worth it? Was
he
it worth
would laugh
it?
at you as a gold medallion popped out.
Yeah,
And he'd say,
Yeah,
50 million I practically got for it, mate,
Yeah,
for 6
yeah.
months more. And his stock, at the end of the day, probably didn't go down. I think you can put it down to, it was a shit house.
I don't know if his stock went down or not, but I would doubt he would get another top 4 job.
Do ya?
Oh, yeah, boy. I reckon he's to go back down now to like a Brighton type club and
Right.
go again. Like
Maybe at the start, but I can see him crawling himself back up there, if he's good enough, sure.
I'd be very surprised if he
Maybe
got a
Brighton
top
are just
4.
decent and making every manager look good.
Well, Brighton, the club is ran unreal. We talked about them a few times in the pod about Brighton and about Brentford, about how the owners are like these professional gamblers and they're like these data dudes and they're ran amazingly. Like even the dude that got in that, De Zerbi or whatever his name is, amazing. What a coup! Like, I mean, they kicked on since Potter left.
Yeah,
They've
yeah.
kicked on. They've lost. Like, if you go back over the last couple of years, they've been annihilated. Like Trossard went, Bissouma,
More paid in extent.
Cucurella,
Yeah.
and then
They
Potter
got some
himself.
money for him as well. Like,
So they've cleared out half the squad, got rid of the manager, and they're doing better than ever. I love that, man. What a story.
and their best player, Lamptey, they leave on the bench.
Yeah.
It's just for
But
kicks.
you definitely have a thing for him because I don't think he's their best player. and
He's
you,
our best
you
player.
bring him up every week.
Every time his feet touch the grass, lad, he's
Yeah.
just outstanding, and
Yeah.
he'll only come on as a sub. I don't know.
I know, I like him as well.
Who else? I think they interviewed Kante. They interviewed a few people for it. Like
Chelsea did.
Yeah.
Go away.
Yeah. So Luis Enrique, supposedly.
Yeah.
So how they came up with Frank Lampard after all that? Like,
I know. I suppose they're probably thinking can't get who they want right now. Leave Frank into the summer. But I suppose if you were looking at it like what, like it's fantasy football, like isn't it? It's dream team. Like there's a squad of players you're getting.
they were saying that they didn't have enough lockers for all the players. Some of them would be getting changed out in the hall. And you know, in the media room, when they'd be showing you, I'm also sick. In the media room as well, when they'd be showing you the clips of the weekend, there weren't enough seats. People had to sit in the ground. Like, can you imagine costing 80 million and you have to sit in the ground. Like, do you know what I mean? So
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
The standard 11v11 at training was like as good as a Champions League
Yeah.
final. Like, you know, it's crazy. Like,
If they had a halfway decent striker, they had a fingered us during the week.
Yeah.
They done it to us anyway. They rode us anyway.
that's
like.
twice this season. They should have bet us at Anfield as well. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, we've got away with murder. El Shitty court they're calling that game. Two teams shit. But yeah,
not
disappointing,
surprised.
boy.
Yeah, not
Disappointing.
surprised. So disappointing, boy. Like this Sunday, like Arsenal are going to be licking their lips after watching
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Like Sunday, like it is going to be watch it behind the cushion job. Like.
And if we win, it's kind of the one game. I kind of want Arsenal to go win it maybe now. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
But
know,
yeah, we need top 4.
All
But
of
we're not
all-
going to get top 4.
Yeah. Oh no, boy.
So
no.
what's
Top
the point?
four's gone months.
Throw it into the back of the net, boy.
Yeah, I know all that.
They do it to us.
I know.
if it
yeah.
was the other way around, like.
Yeah, I'll never forget the year Everton were playing City and went up 1-0. You could hear a pin drop, lad. They
Should-
didn't want it.
United, a couple of the year during lockdown, were trying to. They're playing Leicester and had a Europa League final in 3 days. And because they didn't want us to get into the top 4,
Yeah.
they played like their best team against Leicester or something,
Yeah,
who were
yeah.
also going for the
Yeah,
top 4.
yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah,
and ended
yeah.
up losing the Europa League final over
Yeah.
it. And
And we bet them anyway.
we bet them anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they do it to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Fuck it. Anyway, guys, every Thursday or Friday, I don't know when you listen to this or when it comes out. It all depends on the editor, and she's pregnant, so I can't really talk back to her. Yeah, guys, we do 5 questions. Psychic Dan and I were sick this week, so there's not a lot of prep for this podcast. We barely made it to the camera screen.
But we made it.
But we made it. We showed up, didn't we?
Yeah.
We should.
fucking showed
Maybe
up.
I should have got the vaccine. Maybe
well.
that's why I'm sick.
Yeah,
Right,
mate.
is it too late? Do you think they still have?
If you had any respect for the rest of us, mate.
Oh, lad, I went into a restaurant last week. No vaccine. Ate my whole meal and everything, boy.
Kill no one.
Oh, lad, remember then, boy. Remember those times we couldn't even go to the restaurant,
Yeah.
like. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I hope there's a lot of sheep out there now that
I heard nothing about it.
have a good look at themselves.
Have a good go. The next time that happens, no, I'm not. It's not even their decision. Like, I'm sure everyone made the decision to go get it because maybe they drink or want to go on holidays. I totally get it, but like, yeah, just to talk down to other people then that didn't, let's say, get it. Like, you're ruining it for the rest of it. I told you I got banned from fucking TikTok for 30 days for like putting up a video. My video got removed. Got like 3 warnings. just for making a video about a doctor's office with a
Yeah,
vaccine.
yeah.
It's like your 300 vaccines. Remember? It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
well,
I
your first
remember
one was
actually.
70% effective
Yeah.
for the first 30%. And it was just like, and I even said, I was like, it's a joke, like, you know,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
take it down, boy. And like, there's you're not on TikTok. I don't know, have you seen the content on TikTok? Like, nothing should be removed
Yeah,
after
yeah,
two
yeah.
scrolls. You'd be like, nothing should be removed.
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
So a full grown man dancing next to his car, like, the new train, like. And then my shit gets taken down. Like, I don't know, boy. I don't
Yeah.
know. But yeah,
worrying.
like you say, like, you know, there was people, you know, in Alabama in the 1920s, like, that had more rights. Do you know, they make movies there, and we
100%
feel sad. You know, 20 years a slave.
Yeah,
The next one, then, what was it? Django. What's that one? Mississippi Burning. And you're
Yeah.
like, we don't take too kindly to y'all folk around here. That's how we were treated. Like, we're crying watching these movies, going, how can humans be so mean to each other? And literally, the 10 years after watching this movie, you're not
Yeah.
letting me and my girlfriend go in and eat a Burger King. Like, are you
Yeah.
fucking mad? Like, do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
5 questions every Friday,
know,
guys, is
yeah,
what we
yeah,
do.
yeah. You're clearly over it.
Yeah, I don't harbor any hate. Oh, lad. We're going to go out and punch some Vex. We call it Vex whacking. That's what we do. Me and Dan go out every Friday night and we fucking hit people that got Vex.
Yeah.
Nah, do what you want. Sure, it's your own body, but don't tell me what to do.
100.
Yeah,
Yeah, 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The editor is
Yeah.
deciding
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
to put in and what to put
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're all very quiet now, that's all I like to
We've
say.
10 new listeners from South Africa.
Whoa.
I've looked at my thing the last day. So.
Big shout out to our South Africans.
Africa. I hope you will, and I hope I'm not butchering your accent.
I want-
More New Zealand or Australia, I don't know.
But do you know they're all similar, kids?
All
They're all.
similar.
You could hear a South African there, and you'd be thinking Australia,
where you from?
New Zealand.
Ah,
Do you know
no,
what I
I'm a Kiwi. Where's there? What? You're Australian, man?
Yeah.
That's my question at all. No.
Yeah.
Ah, no, mate, I'm a wallaby.
That's from all our talk about African leagues there now recently, but we're starting to get in the
Yeah.
The South
that's what it
African
is.
contingent.
Oh, yeah. Maybe I held on to a few of them from my African Cup. No, I lost people from my African Cup. I lost viewers. Man. Is this guy going on about the AFCON again? It's not even on. You watching the AFCON qualifiers? But, yeah, by fucking... Do you know the Congo? I could be wrong about this. Zaire used to be the Congo. And they were the first African country to qualify for a World Cup. Zaire, which is the Congo. Which I also believe is where the Rumble in the Jungle happened.
Yeah, that does make sense. But you're saying Zaire is a part of the Congo?
No,
or
no,
isn't?
it's Zaire, and now it's split up into the Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo, or maybe
Yeah,
somewhere
yeah.
else. And there's a famous early World Cup. Like, so basically all these Zaire fellas are on the wall. Fellas stepping up to take the free kick. The referee blows the whistle. A fella from Zaire runs out. He thinks it's go time for everybody. They're saying he don't know the rules, like, do you know what I mean?
Brilliant.
He just runs out and boots it, like, you know.
Brilliant.
And they're all like, oh, they were never taught how to play soccer. That was how the white people were like chatting about it. But I don't know. Yeah, fuck it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know why I brought that up.
Yeah. No, I seen more of those clips we ran about there last week. You know that crowd that be getting soccer fellas to be
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
bits with them. Lad, I can't stop watching it all over. I can't stop. I'm after going down a rabbit hole, and I'm just going from clip to clip now, watching ex-soccer players just do stupid shit, like, just trying to kick the ball into holes and stuff. But I'm all over it. Like, I can't get enough of it. Right, so we'll bear away in the questions because we are cut for time a little bit.
Okay.
So, okay. So, Chelsea, massive turnover managers. The team with the most turnover managers in the last 10 years has actually been Watford.
Yes.
Yeah, they've had about 17 of them. Can you name 5 Watford managers in the last 10 years?
In the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Nigel Pearson. I was over the Watford game and he was the manager when he beat us.
Yeah.
Probably his only victory for Watford. Elton John. No, I'm only messing. Gianfranco Zola.
Just about on the 10-year mark.
I remember that moment.
Yeah.
Genie.
Goes down the other end. And do you know what it was? It was only a semi, wasn't it?
To the playoffs to get into
and then
there.
they didn't get up.
No.
Like,
And Leicester
isn't it
actually
such a
got
shame?
up the next year. after that.
Yeah,
It's such
yeah.
a shame not to
After
do it.
that goal alone deserves to go up. Like, do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? They got a penalty, saved the penalty, wouldn't it? Ran down the other end.
Almunia and so goals.
Ran
Like,
down the other end. And,
Yeah.
oh my god.
everyone's out in the pitch.
Zola
like,
sticks.
everyone's
Yeah.
everywhere done. What a range of
even,
emotions.
even people that aren't into football, just watch that clip.
Yeah.
Watch that 30-second clip. It's awesome,
Yeah,
man.
it
It's
is.
pure euphoria. Like,
What's that guy's name? Garcia?
yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to find him. Javier Garcia. He was there as well. That's 3 kids, so 2 for the point. Watford managers in the last 10 years.
A lot of foreign dudes, lad.
So you said Nigel Pearson, Gianfranco Zola, and Garcia. There was plenty more.
Roy Hodgson?
Yeah, boy. Yeah, well done. Roy Hodgson was there. Like, none of them last more than a year. Like, they've had like 17 or something in
Yeah.
10 years. So like, they're all like, some of them are only a few games. Like, I mean, how you could judge a man after a few games?
Yeah. I feel like there's a Carlos there somewhere.
So one for the point. Hodgson was like 2021, I think. So there's been 2 or 3 after him.
Di Matteo?
No. So that's your first one wrong.
Sure, who's their manager now, like? Who was their manager last year when they went down?
They had a manager get sacked at the start of the year when they were actually doing all right. And then the other dude came in and I think it kind of collapsed.
Oh, man. Who is it? Who could it be? Watford. Watford.
Yeah.
Manager.
Yeah.
Chris Hughton?
No, not in the last 10 years.
Oh,
So
man.
that's 2 wrong.
I know there was a lot of foreign dudes, like.
Yeah, but there's loads of gettable dudes. Like there's current Premier League managers have actually managed them. There's guys who that we well know that have been in the Premier League.
I know Brendan Rodgers did, but it was years before that.
It was before that, yeah.
Yeah.
So like there's at least 2 current Premier League managers that have managed them, and there's plenty more on the list you'll get. Like, you'll be kicking yourself when I go back through 'em.
Graham Potter.
No.
That's 3 wrong. Go on.
So Slaven Bilic, Claudio Ranieri, Sanchez Flores,
Yeah.
Marco Silva,
Yeah.
Walter Mazzari. Yeah, a lot of them then I wouldn't know, but they were the main ones. Okay, so question number 2. This is actually a long question. I'm not even sure what to word it. We could have done probably the whole quiz on just this question, but so what I have here is I have a 4-4-2 of Spanish players with the most appearances in the Premier League. So can you try and name it?
Okay, so
It's very difficult. We probably could have just done the whole thing on this, like, but
David De Gea.
yeah, David De Gea is in goal. He's got the most appearances of
I'd
any
say
Spanish
Cesar
goalkeeper.
Azpilicueta has to be there.
Yeah. So 4-4-2. So another 3 defenders. Not necessarily 2 centre backs and a wing back. Being honest, like they're just 4 defenders.
Okay.
So David De Gea in goal. Yeah. Cesar Azpilicueta.
Arbeloa? No.
No.
Alonso?
Yeah. Well done.
Torres?
Torres is up top. Yeah. Well done.
Is there only 1 striker? 2 strikers.
2.
And he's a striker, like a striker.
He's a forward kid, and I wouldn't even rate him.
David Silva.
He's there. It's not him, but yeah, he's in midfield.
And you wouldn't even rate this dude, the Spanish dude, is it?
No, I wouldn't anyway.
Michu?
No.
I don't even know if he's Spanish. I think he is. Alright, let's just start naming out some players, Spanish players, and let it fill the list. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm doing instead of going position by position.
Yeah.
Spanish guys,
With the most appearances in the Premier League.
hardly Luis Garcia.
And in their position, like, not nowhere near, I'd say. Like, the midfield would nearly call itself. That's easy, like.
So David Silva, Alonso, Jesus Neves.
No.
No?
No, like, the guys in midfield have massive numbers. They're all, like, 300 appearances plus. Like, they were stalwarts in the Premier League, all the guys in midfield, like.
Fabregas.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So De Gea in goal, Azpilicueta and Alonso, the two defenders you've named. So you've another two defenders.
So Marcus Alonso and Xavi Alonso.
Sorry, Marcus Alonso, who I presumed you were on about.
Right. And it's Xavi Alonso.
I gave you him. No, Alonso isn't. Xavi Alonso isn't there.
Oh, okay. Got lucky there, so.
Okay, so you've two defenders, you've two midfielders, Silva and Fabregas, and you've Torres up top. So they're the Spanish players with the most appearances in the Premier League, and this is a 4-4-2 of them. So in their position. So another two midfielders you should get, like Spanish midfielders played for years for more than one club in the Premier League. Both of them played for definitely two clubs anyway, and played for many years. Great players. Don't play anymore, either of them. And yeah, well,
It's gone blank.
I read this week. So Gabriel Jesus, he's never lost a Premier League game that he scored for either Arsenal or City.
Some stat.
Some stat to it.
You're going to have to give me some clues, lad.
Right. So the two defenders that are left, both play for the same club in the Premier League. One of them is actually gone now. One was a right back. The other one I don't even know what he is, but he still plays anyway. He probably plays centre back as well as wing back. The two midfielders that are left, one of them is a manager now. The other one played for two Premier League clubs, and was a savage player. Typical Spanish player. And the guy up top, I wouldn't really rate him, but he did play for years in the Premier League. Can never remember many goals, and possibly Rafa brought him to the club he was at, I'd imagine. He seems like a Rafa signing. So there's a few Arsenal players in there, or ex-Arsenal players, and the rest, that's the most I can give you now.
Monreal?
Yeah, boy. Yeah. Where does he play? Like, is he a centre
Left
back or right back?
They played centre back a bit. I don't know.
Yeah, he's in there anyway. So
So
Nacho Monreal, so you've only one more defender. You're always whinging about this fella. He's gone now.
Spanish centre back.
Right back.
Right back. Spanish.
Yeah. Or left back, but I'd say right.
Nah, go on.
Bellerin.
Yeah. Fuck, Mike. And the striker then go on.
Ios Perez.
Iossi Perez.
Yeah. I know, kid.
Yeah, he would have played a lot though. He would have got a lot, come off the bench a lot
Yeah.
and gotten a lot of appearances. Like.
Yeah, and there's two in the middle.
Oh my god. So I said David Silva. I said Fabregas.
Yeah. They're stalwarts, you get them. Like, if you thought about it, you know, they're played in the Premier League for years for multiple clubs. Two midfielders. One's a manager.
No.
Arteta. And Juan Mata.
A good question, man.
Alright, it was do you know what, kid? Honest to God, we could have done the pod in it. We could have just relaxed with that one question and just done the thing on that question. It was a massive question, a lot of thinking involved. You're trying to think formation, players, caps. So that was a heavy one, and I do apologise. We probably could have done it better.
No.
So the next one, you either know it or you don't, right? So, can you tell me what Brazilian has the most Premier League medals?
A Brazilian
Yeah.
that has the most Premier League medals.
Yeah.
Gilberto Silva.
No.
Ramirez.
No.
Edu.
No. But vibes, like, not, do you know what I mean? Not necessarily a savage Brazilian player, but he was there and won titles, like, do you know. Played in midfield.
Fernandinho.
No, but Fernandinho is probably maybe one behind. I'll just check that while you're talking to me.
Okay. A Brazilian.
A Brazilian played in midfield. He's actually joint with Fernandinho, so I'll give you the point. Try get to do it anyway. So they have four. They both have four.
Okay.
And he's a midfielder, Brazilian. Very easy to forget about him. There's a particular set of fans out there that will be shouting it though.
Danielson.
No.
Go on.
2 seconds there, no, sorry, but I'm
So I'm just
losing my
trying.
page.
Brazilian. No.
Anderson. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, the most un-Brazilian.
I know. So Liverpool had hardly no players playing the World Cup this year. I think we'd like 3 featuring the whole World Cup. So the last competition where we had the most players was Euro 2016 with 12 of them. 12 Liverpool players played in the Euro 2016. Can you name 6 of them? Give me 6 Liverpool players that played for their country in Euro 2016.
Okay, so Sturridge,
Yeah, Sturridge played for England in that.
Hendo,
Yeah. So,
Lallana.
yeah, well done. That's 3, so 3 for the point. Liverpool players that played in Euro 2016 for their country. And why we picked that is because that's the year that the most Liverpool players featured.
Yeah. Did Millionaire get a game?
He did, boy. Yeah, well done. That's 4.
Did Origi get a game?
He did, boy. Yeah.
Did Benteke get a game?
Yeah, boy. Well done.
I
kid.
keep going.
Smash that.
Did Lovren get a game?
No.
Did Moreno's not getting a game. Klein was our right back. I doubt he get a game.
He did?
He did?
Yeah.
Who did we have even around the place? We had Ibe 2016. Who did we have?
2 Welsh players done it, if you can name them. we'll
Nico
move on.
Williams and
No.
Danny Ward.
Yeah, well
And
done.
we had another guy, is it? Oh, your man, and he never did Ben Woodburn.
No.
More
More obvious than the 2 of them.
obvious.
Yeah.
A Welsh player.
Yeah.
And it's not Nico Williams.
No. I'd say Nico Williams would only been a baby, boy. Would he?
You're only a beba. Play for Liverpool and Joe Allen.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. And was he still with us in 2016?
Yeah.
Wow. He got a long time at that club. Like.
Well done, you smashed that, boy. Well done.
Nice.
Well done.
So at least they got one.
Okay, so 2 seconds now. Just burn away a second there now. So I actually wasn't sure which way to ask this question. So I can give you. That's too awkward. Alright, I'll give you 5 players. It's all or nothing, kid. Only one of them have featured for England.
You're going to give me 5 players and only one of them has made an appearance for England.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lee Cattermole, Nathan Anua, Kieran Richardson, Scott Sinclair, and Jermaine Pennant.
Oh.
All or nothing. Only one of those players have actually played for England. Senior team.
Lee Cattermole, surely not. Surely not. Like.
The man was literally a tackle.
A tackle. Like.
He was a tackle. Like back in the day, I don't think when he was playing the Premier League that the bookies had a yellow card thing. They might have. It was a long time
but
ago.
for him,
Lad, you were
throw him on any
Stonewall,
docket,
lad.
like, you'll pay taxes
Stonewall.
and Lee Cattermole will get a yellow. Like. 2 things guaranteed in life. Like.
Stonewall, boy, yeah.
Surely not anyway. So Lee Cattermole. I'm just going to say no. Okay. Scott Sinclair is plausible. Go on.
Jermaine Pennant.
Very plausible.
Is it Anua? I mean, I know the guy well.
Yeah,
but
I
can't
knew
pronounce
I
his
could
name.
easily have got one as well.
And Kieran Richardson.
Kieran Richardson. It's hard. How could he not get one? Yeah, Kieran. I mean, okay, I've narrowed it down to Anuha and Pennant.
Because there's only 5, you're just going to have to go with it.
Okay, I've narrowed it down to those 2.
Alright.
See, the way you're saying Pennant is more popular than Anuha makes me think that it should be Pennant. But it's Anuha.
Are you just going to go Anua?
Yeah.
Is that what you're going
Yeah.
for? It was Kieran Richardson, kid.
He would have played in that Sunderland jersey.
He would have actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
he played for United, didn't he? Or did he
did.
come from United?
Came from United, that.
Yeah. So, I'm not even sure how you done, kid.
I think I only got one right.
They were scattered,
They were good questions, though.
and I apologise for my unpreparedness of the podcast.
It's okay, you're sick as a dog, boy.
It's been a heavy week, guys. It's been a heavy week.
Yeah. I don't feel so good. I don't feel so good, doc. Do you have a doctor that you go to? Do you have like one doctor?
No, I've no doctor, thank God, lad. No.
Fucking,
No,
that's good. That you don't have a doctor in your life.
no, lad.
My doctor died, which is not good. You don't want your doctor dying.
Yeah.
It's like
Especially young,
you
anyway.
know, it's like a barber with a bad haircut. Do you know what
Yeah.
they say? Don't mind that, because he don't cut his own hair.
Yes.
It's the guy next to him that cut his hair.
Yeah, but I suppose the fact that he thinks that's acceptable to be going around with a
you
bad
can't
basil.
go-
Like.
You can't go around with a bad basil if you're.
No. I don't want a hair out of place in my barber. Like.
Yeah,
Do
he
you
needs to be. Sure, I don't know. We won't name the barber in Mallow. You probably went to him, didn't probably go to him, but he was bald.
Yeah.
He'd go upstairs
Back
and
in the day.
and he'd have wax all over his hair.
Go.
Yeah, and then any haircut he give you, he go, yes, you look like a young David Beckham. And that's what he'd say. And he would just be like that. walking
Bouncing
out.
out the place.
Yeah.
Bouncing out the
Young
place.
David Beckham, huh?
Man is getting tips off that every day. boy.
Yeah.
It's a
So,
good one. But so your doctor did. So what are you going to do now, kid?
I don't know. I think they've
Stay
automatically transferred his patients to another one. Because I said my doctor. And they're like, oh, he's gone, so. And it's like, oh, I should have fucking went to his funeral.
went
or something.
early, yeah.
He's only 37 years old. But, yeah, so they've just transferred me on, but hopefully I won't need him.
Yeah, who needs them, boy?
Who needs him? You only need him when you need him. Yeah.
You'd
I
be
don't-
grand. That's what I always said. boy.
If you were to go back to college, what would you study?
Oh, it's a great question, boy. I don't know, boy. I suppose, like, maybe just deeper into the field I'm in. Maybe something like deep ecology or something, or some kind of, something got to do with ecology, or maybe biodiversity, or maybe just more balls deep in the world I'm already in.
Yeah. That sounds deep.
Yeah, but I don't know. What would you do?
Law?
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Would you?
They're a bunch of rat snakes, kid. They're a bunch of rat snakes, and I want a piece of that pie, lad.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Do you know?
What would you be, solicitor, like?
Yeah, no, having said that, I was actually talking to a solicitor in Costa last, and he's a lovely fella. Well, they're all lovely fellas. Sure, it's great to be driving around in a fucking Tesla and living in a mansion and going out with an old doll that's 20 years younger than you, like, do you know what I mean? I'm sure that's great, isn't it?
Yeah. It's what we're on.
When you're 60 fucking years old. We're all in.
Yeah.
So that, maybe not law per se, but the lifestyle of a swanky solicitor, Daniel.
Yeah.
I would
But
love.
would you not find it hard defending criminals? Like, you're trying your hardest to keep a guy who's robbed all people's houses all week out of jail. Like, that's your job, is to try your
That's his
hardest.
rat, Danny boy. It's
Yeah,
his
yeah,
rat.
yeah.
To get the best defense that he could possibly have, and for me to make as much money as I possibly can. Oh, so much money. No, I'd fucking, just law, lad. I feel I do good with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as in you, like, ethically, you go and
Ethically,
do
lad.
good with it.
I'd like to study law, not to become a solicitor, but to figure out little weasel ways around stuff myself.
Yeah.
Do you know?
I
Like
get
I'd say
it.
there's a lot you could accomplish if you knew the law, like.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah, 100%.
Little loopholes here, little loopholes there.
Yeah.
What's a copper mill here? What's a
Yeah.
copper mill there?
That's it, yeah. Maybe tax, or if you were in that kind of
Tax.
world or something.
I'd love to
yeah.
just talk to one, sit down, talk to one, and smoke a cigar, and just talk about good times, chuckle away.
Yeah.
you
Remember
know?
that case we won back in... Yeah.
I don't know. They all seem very well off, and I don't
Of
know,
course
is that
they're
enough,
well off.
Is that enough reason to go back to college? Probably not. Do you know what? I could never go back to college. I could never sit in a classroom.
Yeah.
I don't learn by fellow people telling me, like.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
never have learned from that, like.
Yeah.
So I don't think it would ever suit me, like. But if there was a college where they'd bring you out to the garden and fucking show you things,
Yeah.
I'd go to that one, like.
Yeah, that's
I'd-
my kind of college,
that's-
kid.
Yeah,
That's where I thrive.
yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe law. Maybe an engineer of some sort.
Maybe in your spare time you should go to night school, kid.
I tried it. I
Right.
couldn't even log in, boy. They were
Yeah,
all
yeah.
laughing at me, boy.
Yeah, yeah.
I went to do radio broadcasting.
yeah.
I signed up. They were all lovely people, but I was the idiot, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know, when you know you're the idiot going in and
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
I'm like, but I'm actually trying my hardest,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
do you know what I mean?
yeah.
So don't laugh at me, like, do you know what I mean? For fuck's sake. Couldn't log in. Even the teacher, like, he gave out one result. So I was only there for one module or whatever it was. Now, to be fair, one of the other dudes helped me do it, like, and it did well, like, and he goes, Jesus, Mike.
Yeah,
Do you know?
Yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
want expecting that. Like, I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
will you fuck off,
Yeah.
mate? You should help me, boy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Why am I
You
here?
should be expecting this.
You, like, do you know what I mean? You're going on like you've never seen anything like this before in your lives. Like, nah, it knocks my confidence a bit, boy. It's not my field. Do you know what I mean? It's not
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
my game, boy. People.
Yeah. You pay someone to look after computer stuff for you, kid. So you don't need to worry about it. Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? You
Yeah.
get someone else doing that shit.
Yeah.
Kid, I love you, boy. Brilliant.
Thanks
Kid,
very much.
Thanks for having me, kid. You're a gent.
Peace and love, y'all. Peace and love.